Let's go to work. Hey! Cheater!
Well, I went to my Facebook page this morning and I found out that my old buddy Grizz has passed away last night. Kenny Grizzle.
Oh, I just threw that over there a second ago and I stirred them up.
Yeah, Jim threw something in there.
That little piece of wood I threw in there.
They want to come see his buddies.
Oh, I'm still swelled up in the ear because of them. They can leave me alone.
Okay, we've got 2 yellow jackets nests here nearby. One right there and one over there on top of the lake.
I'll take them off. I'll slowly back away.
Get away from them creeps. Okay, this morning I'm looking at that right there. I'm going to put the shims back on it. I'm going to take this arm off and run that screw in for a little bit more clearance. Let me just set something down here somewhere. Allen head wrenches is here somewhere. And I'll have to hunt them down. I think I'm going to take the top of the battery box out there and paint it this flint metallic gray. Now I know I got rats, but really, are they that big? We ain't been up there in a long time. That's got a gold look to it. Wrong paint. Yes, it is. I'm gonna have to go down there to the hardware store and buy some silver paint. What that paint looks like is dull aluminum. Same thing they paint bumpers with on my Ford truck. Shims all washed off, clean and drying, like somebody made a homemade gasket or a homemade shim. We're going to put the column back on with all of its shims. I might need a dowel pin to line up some shims. This went on. Will only go on one way. And clearance up here. Alright, we got that mastered. This requires lock washers, but I'm not going to put them on there yet. How's that looking?
Looking like it's going down even.
Now we're going to put on the steering wheel. And I'll have to turn this off. Okay, there's the steering wheel. That looks snazzy. You can't get that lined up here. A little mark right there. Let's see where this other one goes. Little mark right there. I don't know what the marks is going to show us. I just thought I'd do that for the fun of it. Okay, it's coming up to there. Put this back over here. And it's coming up to there. All that noise is where that's not adjusted yet. Alright, it's time for some screwing action. Bring these in together. I tighten these down evenly, both sides, so it was hard to steer. And then I backed off slowly. I got a little play up and downwards. I got to take off a shimmer too. And I have a lot of play in the steering wheel. My conclusion is this sector shaft here is wore out on these teeth. It didn't look like it. But this thing was run with a lot of rust and water in there. Ain't no telling how long. I need a place to set this over there. Two of these small ones on. Like this. Now while we got this open this time, we're going to put some corn grease down in there. Get a little gauze down in there. After 15 minutes or longer, getting a grease gun that works. I had already put 1 cube of corn grease in there, and I just got started on the other cube, and I told Jim to start with if he seen anything funny, you know, and then now the nightmares begin. Jim's going to try to get that out of that grease. I think he'd have a better chance if he went fishing on Mars. Okay, the procedure to get this shaft back out here, you got to take off the cap here and remove the gear out. Now, in order to put that gear back in, you got to have this cap off where you can see the lineup marks. I'm not going to let it bother me at all, not one little bit. Have a gob. Anything to put this on, in a bowl, pan. What we got? Well, you can pretty well figure out what happened to this one with it being too tight. But explain that. That makes no sense. At all. I think you would call that a massive boo-boo. I'm testing my theory out if I had this pushed through there more, and that way this one goes in that more, if that'll let you do such a thing. I have a whole lot less play in the steering wheel. What, 2 inches? Yeah, 2 inches or more, maybe 3, but that's a whole lot less than what it was. If that would let me do that. I'll see when I buy more steering bearings.
Groovy.